it right over to Dr. Irene Hawkins and Dean Francine Edwards to go through the agenda for the day, and then we'll take any questions you might have.
Good morning, everybody. And I want to thank you for joining us this morning. So we're coming down to the finish line, and that finish line is commencement. So we're excited about that. It's been a very difficult time with this pandemic. I know that. But you know what? Delaware State, we've weathered the storm. And now we're coming to the finish line for our graduates. So we're very happy about that today. And you should be too. So what we would like to do this morning is just to give you an update of where we are. There have been a lot of questions over the last several weeks from students, from parents, and we understand, and we are very sensitive. Let me be clear. We are very sensitive to how you're feeling, because keep in mind, we've gone through this also. So it's a happy occasion you want to share, but no one expected COVID. And what we're trying to do is make sure that we are in compliance and in line with all of the regulations that are out there that we have to follow. Dr. Allen has given us the okay to have an in-person commencement, and we had to take steps to go through the state to make sure that we can do this outdoors. We did that. And then our team that you're going to see today. They will talk about different things. We're going to start off with COVID. We're going to go into ticketing. We're going to go into getting accessing the campus. We're going to talk about how do you get from one place to another. We're going to talk about what the actual setup will look like. We're going to talk about social distancing. And at the end, what we're going to do is hear from you. We want to hear your questions. We want to hear your concerns, and understand that, again, and I say it again, we have to be in compliance with regulations that are before us so that Delaware State can have a great 2020-2021 commencement ceremony. With that, I'm going to turn it over to, we're going to start with our COVID updates from Dr. Michelle Fisher. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Hawkins. Good morning, and congratulations to everyone who's graduating. You have achieved your academic goals, and we are very proud of you. As Dr. Hawkins said, I'm just going to spend a few minutes reviewing the safety protocols that the university has put in place for commencement. Students, by now, you are familiar with the university's requirement for twice weekly testing. And so you will still need to continue to test 2 times a week and submit your test results if you're a commuter student and you're not testing on campus to Student Health 2020 at DESU.edu. It is important to remember that this is a PCR test that is required, not a rapid test. And if you are not testing on campus, you need to submit those results no more than 3 days prior to the day that you will be attending commencement. You need to continue to complete the Campus Shield app that you have to display at the front gate each day and in various places on campus. We will ask to see that. Mask is still required to be worn properly at all times, which means covering your mouth and nose. You are still required to physically distance, and you are also required to continue to practice good hand hygiene. For our guests, for the class of 2020, and for our volunteers, you will be given a link to access, and you just see a small picture of the app that will come up when you click on the link that's included in this slide. You are also required to submit a negative PCR COVID-19 test. Again, that is not a rapid test. The test must be taken on or after May 2nd to be in compliance, and submitted and uploaded by May 6th. In the spring 2020 commencement campus access and clearance app that has been created. Again, the link is on this slide and will be posted on our webpage. It is important also that I mention a completed vaccine series does not replace testing for surveillance. We are not testing you because you have symptoms. We are testing for surveillance so that we are able to identify individuals who may be COVID positive but are asymptomatic. Just like our students, we're asking that you wear your mask properly at all times, again, covering your mouth and nose, that you practice physical distancing, and we will be monitoring and taking temperatures as people enter either the stadium or the courtyard. Everyone is asked to continue to monitor for symptoms after testing up until the day of the event, and please do not report to campus if you are having any symptoms of COVID-19. And if you have any questions, the Health Center staff will be available that day at 302-857-6393 to answer any questions that you may have. In closing, while the university has been given permission from the state of Delaware to hold commencement, we are still living through a pandemic and safety is paramount. So I would like to thank you in advance for your patience and your cooperation as we go through our safety and screening protocols. Thank you.
Mr. Ravel?
Hello, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Ravel, and I'm your ticketing manager. So first, I'd like to congratulate everybody on achieving this goal of yours. I graduated from Delaware State undergrad and master's, so I know the feeling of this accomplishment that you all are having. So I'm gonna just go over a few things with you today in regards to ticketing. And I know a lot of you have questions. I've spoken to a few of you guys, and my team has been reaching out to you. So first, we're gonna go over how to reserve a ticket. So when reserving your ticket, you have to fill out the Google form that was sent to your student email, okay? And when filling out that form, please make sure that you're registering with your student email, because that is how we vet to ensure that you are a graduating student. Any emails that are being sent that are Gmail, Yahoo, we are reaching out to those individuals, asking them to resubmit their emails with the student email address. We have to utilize that, and there's no way around that, okay? How do you receive your tickets? So the way the tickets are going to be sent out is, you can see in this top right corner the way the ticket will look. As you can see, you will see the name of the individual, that will be your guest, and what commencement they will be allowed to go to. They will receive the ticket in 48 hours from the time that you give us the form. Now, that doesn't include weekends, and anyone that has not completed the form correctly that may delay you getting your guests getting their tickets. Now, after we complete all ticket distribution by May 4th, we also will call all graduates to verify to ensure that your guests have received their tickets. All right. And next, can your ticket request be denied? And yes, it can. If your ticket was denied, you will receive an email or a phone call explaining the reason your form was denied. I know a lot of you guys get upset when we do call you in regards to your form being denied or reaching out to you. But at the end of the day, due to COVID protocols, we have to be very strict with these tickets. So that's why we're reaching out to you. Our office is open until 7 p.m. all the way up to graduation. And we want to make sure that it's no issues with you receiving your tickets. So if you did complete a form and still haven't received it, your guests haven't received their tickets, and you completed a form by April 26th, please reach out to me via email at jravel@desu.edu. All right. And next, what can deny your request? Trying to request more than 2 tickets. The way the system is set up, we are allowed to see your name and how many tickets you request. You trying to utilize a student email and a Gmail account, we will still see it, because you will have to put your name as the graduate to receive the tickets. So please don't make the job harder. When you do request more than 2 tickets, it could potentially expose you to issues with the two guests you really want to go to the event. So please, if you already submitted a form and your guests received their tickets, please do not submit another form because we are vetting those every single day. All right. And not completing the form correctly or other errors. So one thing we have seen is you need to select the graduation that you will be attending because that slows down us trying to get the tickets to you. So when you do that, we have to go in and actually research what college, what graduation that you will be attending. So that we don't provide the wrong information, we would like you to complete that form in its entirety. All right. So please complete the form completely. The last day to request tickets will be May 4th. All right. May 4th will be a hard date. So after May 4th, I'm sorry if you do call us, email us. It's not us being rude or anything such as that. We just want to make it clear after May 4th, we will not be allowing any more requests for commencement tickets. Okay. So please let your friends and family know that. And also inform them that they don't have your friends and family who don't have a ticket. We are not selling tickets to the event. So you can let them know they can't reach out to me in regards to if we're selling tickets to an event. All right. And can you request more tickets? But due to COVID restrictions and capacity limits, we will not be able to honor requests for additional tickets. Again, we apologize, but no one expected to be in this setting with COVID. So we're trying to do the best we can to accommodate everyone. And how do guests present their ticket? So what we would recommend you tell your guests to do to print the ticket out in advance. So they could print the ticket out and have it on paper. That would be the easiest way to do it. They can also pull it up on their phone. You want to make sure that they're pulling up the form that looks just like this. We will not just be taking the barcode. We have to see ID and this ticket with their name on it and what commencement they're attending. All right. Children will not need to present an ID, but they must have a ticket. All right. After we scan tickets, our system will inform us if a ticket was scanned. We're making this clear right now before you get to the gate, just in case people do try to print out multiple tickets or try to circumvent the system. What is going to happen is when we scan that ticket, it's uniquely designed for that one individual. So even if you print out 3 or 4 of these tickets, it will already tell us in the system that ticket was scanned. If your ticket is scanned and our records indicate that, no matter who has the ticket, if you saying your father has the ticket and his name is on it, if that ticket says scan, we will not be allowing anyone in. Okay? So please make that clear to your family members that even if you try to print up 3 of these type of tickets, we will always know once that ticket has been scanned. So we will, if you try to provide it to your cousin, but it has your dad's name on it, so you think you could get over on that, it is impossible. Because when your cousin comes, and even if he somehow gets through and it's scanned through, when your father tries to come in, even though he has an ID and his name is on that ticket, we will not allow him in because it was already scanned. So please do not put your family members in a position where we have to turn them away from coming to see you guys. All right. So the 2 individuals that you did provide to us, those will be the 2 guests that will get the tickets. Thank you for taking time to listen to me today. And I'll pass this on to the next one.
Chief Downs.
Thank you, Dr. Hawkins. Well, good morning, everyone, and congratulations to our graduating seniors. We'll go over just a few points that as you're entering campus, we want to make this very seamless as possible. So it'd be a great day for you and your family and the guests that you're inviting. And so as you're coming on campus, there should be no more than 2 guests per vehicle. That'll help us to get everyone in quickly. We're making sure that no one who doesn't have a ticket is entering campus and trying to get into the graduation. Also, the graduate can be in a car, but we'll be checking that to make sure there are no additional people in the car so we don't have any problems as you're trying to get into the graduation. The guests must show the approval shield that will be provided by the university. The university will send out an approval to all guests. And so they will receive that shield. And as you come to the gate, just provide that sheet and show that to us. And we'll know that you're okay to move forward as you're checking in. And as usual, the students can show their campus shield, which we're currently using. The main gate to the campus, the main gate on US Route 13 that will be closed, will be asking everyone to enter in gates 1 and gates 2. If you're graduating at Alumni Stadium, we'll be asking you to enter to gate 1, and that is the first gate as you come off US Route 13. If you're graduating at Tubman Laws, we'll be asking you to enter gate 2, and gate 2 is the large parking lot, the second one on College Road, and that's the large parking lot in front of the BOA. If anyone is asked to provide identification as you're getting to the gate, just please be prepared to do that. So have identification ready in case you are asked. And as I said, we're just trying to make this process as seamless as possible so we can have a good day for graduation. And once again, congratulations and thank you.
So next, we're going to talk about the actual dates for commencement and the locations and who should be in what area. So to start off with, on May 7th, which is Friday at 10 o'clock, this is a ceremony that has been designated for all master's recipients, all PhD recipients, all EDD recipients from both 2020 and 2021. There's no other ceremony that will be held for the graduates except for this one, of how I just explained it to you, those degrees that you will be receiving. So be very clear that we need you there, and you will be told exactly where you're going to line up and where you will put your regalia on, although you should come with your regalia on because of COVID, but try to get there at least an hour before. Please don't run in a few minutes before because we will be lining up. But this is for the 2020 and the 2021 graduate division recipients. Dean Edwards.
Thank you. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the undergraduate ceremonies. I know that all of you are excited about the opportunity. I want to say personally, those undergraduate students from 2020 that have emailed and asked questions, you guys have been awesome. You're very understanding. And if I have emailed you or if you've been communicating with me via email, I've also sent you an email to ask for a video message because we want to give you an opportunity during the undergraduate ceremonies to say thank you to your family, friends, faculty, and staff, or anybody that you want to say thank you to. And so I set up a special email account and I've sent emails out over the weekend. So please make sure you check your email, you send us the videos because we'll have those jumbo screens up. And this is an opportunity for you to thank your mom and your dad. You can't reach out and hug them on Saturday, but they can see you on the screen and it's there, for life because we are going to be streaming on YouTube. So at 9 o'clock, we have two ceremonies. One is going to be at the Tubman Laws Courtyard, a brand new commencement location. The other traditionally in Alumni Hall, an Alumni Stadium. And again, we're asking you to arrive an hour early to make sure that you can get your regalia on. Dr. Holmes and his team are going to have the cards for you to check your names and to spell it out phonetically if you need to make sure that you are here on time to do that. Again, there's going to be limited assistance with the regalia, but for the class of 2020, if you recall, Ms. Holmes did a really good video. We're going to pull that video content and make sure that it's on the commencement webpage so that you can once again see how to put on your regalia, how to put on your cords and your stoles and all that stuff, because we want to make sure you guys look awesome on Saturday. So after our two ceremonies at 9 o'clock for the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences, and the College of Agriculture, Science, and Technology, we will take a break. We're asking that you immediately clear the campus, go celebrate with your family off campus, and give us an opportunity to reset for the rest of your class For our 1 o'clock ceremonies, we have the College of Business, which is at Alumni Stadium, and the College of Health and Behavioral Sciences, which will be at the Tubman Laws location. Again, we're asking graduates to arrive an hour early with your regalia on so that we can get you lined up. And then lastly, we have our special ceremony for the May 2020 spring graduates, and that is at 4 o'clock in Alumni Stadium. Those of you who still have questions about which ceremony you should sign up for and which ceremony you should click when you're registering for your tickets, the best thing I can tell you to do is check your transcript. And on your transcript, it will tell you that your degree was either awarded in August of 2020 or December of 2020. If your degree says that, you will attend the ceremonies on May 8th at either 9 o'clock or 1 o'clock for your respective college. If your degree says it was awarded in May of 2020, then your special ceremony is the 4 o'clock ceremony on Saturday. So again, we're looking forward to hosting you in a safe and thoughtful way. And please, if you get the email about sending a thank you video, do that, because I think those are little touches that make commencement special. And we're trying to make this as unique and special as we can for you all. So next slide. Graduates participating in ceremonies at the Tubman Laws Courtyard will line up on the sidewalk near Delaware Hall. Those ceremonies include the School of Graduate, Adult, and Extended Studies, the College of Agriculture, Science, and Technology, and the College of Health and Behavioral Sciences. Graduates will process along the sidewalk between Tubman Laws and the Thomason Building and continue towards the left of the courtyard. The procession will continue around the sidewalk, at which point ushers will direct graduates onto the grass for seating. There will be a tent in front of Delaware Hall for check-in and assistance with regalia. This is a rendering of what the Tubman Laws commencement area will look like. Next slide. Graduates participating in ceremonies at Alumni Stadium will line up at the basketball court adjacent to the Wellness Center. Those ceremonies include the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences, the College of Business, and the special ceremony for the May 2020 graduates. Graduates will process along the sidewalk between the volleyball courts and Memorial Hall Gym toward the stadium. Graduates will continue into the stadium around the track, at which point ushers will direct them onto the field and into the seating area. This is how the seating area and the stage will look on the day of commencement. And real quick, I just want to thank Miss Freshman Anaya Coleman for coming out on Sunday with Dr. Hawkins and I to be your walking model. So thank you, Miss Coleman. Mr. Pratt.
Man, good morning, everyone. First, we'd like to say on behalf of facilities, we'd like to thank all the upcoming graduates for this year's ceremony. We are pleased to announce the following preparations and amenities during the 2021 commencement. Following services will be provided: hand sanitizing stations, golf carts and shuttle services, as well as VIP golf cart service for any special guests. Thermometers, handheld ones to help with temperature readings and to assist as different parents and visitors come in. Tents, portable restroom trailers, ADA restrooms, complimentary masks, plexiglass protection, and COVID-19 different measurements for special procedures, hand washing stations, as well as signage to get people through in and out of the campus safely and giving them a great idea on where they headed to in their direction, footprints. On-site custodial and sanitizing stations, sanitizing services as well for help cleaning different areas as visitors come in and out and to keep up with COVID-19 protocol. On behalf of that, I'd like to say congratulations again and thank you.
Mr. Fortune?
Thank you, Dr. Hawkins. First and foremost, good morning, everybody. And I would like to congratulate everybody on their upcoming graduation, okay? In terms of the seating in all locations, all graduates will be seated 6 feet apart from each other, okay? And each group of 2 guests will be seated together and kept 6 feet apart from other guests. One of the biggest things is please make sure that you do not move your chairs, keep them in the marked areas so that we don't have to readjust as we move forward in between graduation ceremonies. We really need to make sure that we're staying 6 feet apart and practicing as we have done throughout this entire year. Thank you, Dr. Hawkins.
Ms. Holmes? Is she on?
Unmute yourself, Ms. Holmes.
Thank you, Dr. Hawkins, and congratulations to the class of 20 and 21 for such an accomplishment. Please take a moment to view the video for guidance on how to wear the regalia. If you have not ordered your regalia, please call the bookstore at 302-857-6225 on Friday to see if additional regalia has arrived in the bookstore. And then next week, we'll need those students who are in need of regalia to come to the bookstore and pick up the regalia, as no shipping will be realized due to common carriers having suspending their guarantees for shipments. No assistance in dressing will be performed due to COVID precautions. We will not be assisting in dressing the students for commencement. However, we will be in the store on Friday, opening at 8:30 for the needs of the students, as well as Saturday we'll be opening at 7:45 for needs as well. And last but not least, we will be open for business on Friday and Saturday for your guests if they like to come in and shop and do some celebratory shopping. But please feel free at any time to give us a buzz at the phone number mentioned, the 302-857-6225. And again, congratulations from the entire bookstore team. Dr. Hawkins, back to you.
All right.
Dr. Holmes?
All right. Good morning, graduates. Congratulations to you. Many of you have heard from me many times over the semester as it relates to your regalia, to your transcript, to your diploma. Also, you all have received an email from me as late as last night as it relates to the information that we're going to go over. Just as a reminder, we do want to remind specifically our spring 21 graduates that your ceremony is on the 8th, but final grades are not due until the 10th. So your diploma and your final transcript will not be available to you on the day of commencement, but it will be available to you at a later date in May. That information will be given to you. We will also be communicating to you as it relates to your diploma, making sure we have the appropriate name on the diploma, all those things. Also, before we get into our graduation clearance checklist, we just want to say congratulations of our about 600 students that are eligible eligible to participate in our spring commencement. A little over 200 of you, about 220, have received some form of academic honors. That is tremendous. Many of you have taken the time to pick up your cords from our office in the last week or so. If not, Those cords were mailed out to you as of last week. So you should have received tracking information in your email, and you should be able to track where those packages are, and they should be at your home in the next couple of days. Things that we want you to be aware of so that you can receive your final transcript and your diploma once everything is completed. We want you to be aware of these 4 things. They're very important to close this chapter. We are almost there. As graduates, you're almost there, but we want you to be sure that we finish the loop, that we close the loop up. So first and foremost, all academic requirements are including any transfer credit, any CLEP scores, challenge exams, all those things need to be satisfied and submitted to us by Wednesday, May 5th. Now, you may not make the May 5th deadline, but again, as we begin to evaluate your credits on the final grades are due on the 10th, we will begin to evaluate your and complete your final audits on the 11th. Very important that we have any missing pieces as it relates to your academic requirements for your program so that we can do a complete audit and we know where you finally stand. Very important that so finish strong academically. Again, you're almost there. There's only about another week or so. We've got a few final exams that we have to take. So finish strong academically. Also, you have to complete exit counseling. It is a federal requirement that you can complete exit counseling if you have taken advantage of receiving loans as part of your matriculation at Delaware State University. All of you that have taken advantage of receiving loans at Delaware State University, you have received an email from the Office of Financial Aid stating that you must complete exit counseling. If you have not completed that at this point, you do have holds on your account that has to be required, that has to be completed before we can release your final transcript and diploma. Also, we want to know where you stand and if you've completed and what your plans are after graduation, after commencement, after your time at Delaware State. Very important that you complete what we call our first destination survey. That was sent out to you from our Office of Career Services. Please complete that survey. It gives us an opportunity to collect information about what your plans are after commencement. Do you have a job? Do you plan on going to graduate school? Are you going to our armed forces? All those things we would like to know so that we can report accordingly. And last but not least, all financial obligations must be met at the university by Wednesday, May 5th, 2021. If you need help, if you need assistance, you want to contact our Office of Financial Aid to determine what is outstanding and how you can meet that requirement. As long as you check off all 4 of these boxes, you will receive your final transcript and you will receive your diploma. I cannot emphasize this enough. It's great that you're participating. It's great that you have your cap and gown. But walking across the stage or participating in commencement does not get you your final transcript and diploma. You need to meet all these requirements. So I'm asking you to please do so. If you have questions related to how you need to do that, please contact the appropriate person, whether it's academic requirements related, you can speak with the chairperson, exit counseling related, you can speak with our Office of Financial Aid, final destination survey, you can speak with our Office of Career Services, or financial obligations, you can meet and speak with our Office of Student Accounts. My office is in touch with all those offices, so we will know if you've completed those requirements or not, so that we can issue your final diploma and transcript. Again, congratulations. If you have questions for us, you can always reach us at registrar@desu.edu. Thank you for your time again, and looking forward to meeting you across the stage on Friday, May 7th, or if you're a graduate student, or on Saturday, May 8th, if you're an undergraduate.
Thank you all for giving our students, our graduates, an update. And to the graduates, we're excited for you. We are excited that you have worked so hard, you've come so close, and you're almost there, as everybody has just said. And we want to make sure, we really want to make sure that this is memorable. This is a ceremony you are going to remember throughout your lifetime, and you will be discussing it with your children at some point. So we, first of all, congratulate you for all of your hard work. It has paid off. You've made it. And now it's time to celebrate. So with that, we're going to ask Mr. McMillan if there are questions in our chat, and we will be happy to take them.
Okay. Will the information about COVID tests and protocols for the parents be forthcoming in an email?
There's an echo.
Holmes. Okay, I'll try that again. Will the information about COVID tests and protocols for parents be forthcoming in an email?
Dr. Fisher, you want to answer that?
Yes, that information will be forthcoming in an email very soon.
When will final grades be available for those students awaiting final GPA in order to receive their honor cords?
Dr. Holmes?
Yes, so great question. So final grades are due on Monday, May the 10th at 4:30 p.m. Upon receiving all those final grades, we will complete a final calculation to determine honors status, if they've changed, if they need to be adjusted. For students that have not received honor cords, that are eligible for those honor cords, I would ask that you at least let us get through that first week after graduation, because we're still clearing students. We have about 600 students to review. So we're asking you to at least let us get through that. And we could always get your cord out to you with your final transcript and diploma.
For students who are currently in quarantine for a positive test result but complete on May 4th, will they still be able to walk at graduation? What are the requirements in that case?
Dr. Fisher?
Yes, any student who has completed their isolation and or quarantine period will be permitted to participate in graduation. And as you are aware, if you have previously tested positive for COVID, you will not need to be rescreened.
This is a special circumstance, but it may apply to others. For the rule about no more than 2 guests per car, my sister and I are both graduating on the same day at the same time, and our guests will be riding with us. What happens if they don't allow us on campus?
Chief Downs?
Yes, if 2 graduates from the car, that will be fine. We'll talk to you at the gate and we can take care of that. So no worries there at all.
Will there be a photographer at the actual ceremony?
Yes, there will be. We have been in touch with them. You will be able to come across the stage. There will be plexiglass there. There will be a marker on stage in both areas where you will be able to see President Allen and take your picture with him, or Dr. DeLauder and our provost. The only thing that we will require is that your cards, as you walk up the stage to give to the heralders, they will be collected from you. So please don't take that card with you. Give it to the heralders so that we can have it in a pile so that we can give it to the photographers. It has to remain in the alphabetical, not in the alphabetical, but in the order in which you are actually coming up to the stage, because they're taking your picture that way, and that's how they will get the photo to you. So in answer to your question, absolutely. This is celebratory time. So yes, pictures will be taken.
This may be for Dr. Fisher, specifically on maybe one-day tests. The question here is that the only way my mother can take a test is through Walgreens, and they do not allow, they may not always get back within 3 days. Do you have any suggestions for testing? I am worried that if she takes a test on the 2nd of May, she will not receive her results on May 6th.
We have expanded that testing time for our guests to 5 days, and most tests are to have a quick turnaround. Now, if there is an individual circumstance, I would really like for that individual to reach out to me. But if you take the test on May 2nd, you should have it back because of that 5-day window in enough time.
After I finish this survey and the exit counseling, when will the hold for it come off of my account? When will the hold come off my account?
Dr. Holmes?
Right. So, so holds as it relates to exit counseling, I would give those no more than 2 days. Those should be off. We have someone in the Office of Financial Aid checking those at least every other day to make sure that any exit interview that are completed, that the holds are removed in a timely manner. So at least 2 days. If it lasts any longer than that, then please reach out, let me know so that we can be sure that someone's checking all that on a regular basis.
If I am already vaccinated, do I still need to be tested?
Yes, we are asking everyone to continue to test. Again, we are testing for surveillance of asymptomatic positives, not for individuals that have symptoms, and there is a difference. And remember that although we strongly encourage vaccines and want everyone to get vaccinated, you can still get COVID. It's thought to be that you would get a milder case and it will not result in hospitalization and or death. So that is the purpose of the vaccine, but you can still get COVID, and we would like for everyone to do our surveillance testing.
Will there be a graduation rehearsal? Also, will individual graduating classes be told what time to show up and when to report to campus?
Dean Edwards? Yes,
Once again, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. So because of COVID, we are going to do another video just like we did with Miss Freshman, but this time the staging will be set up and we'll actually have that person process across the stage. There will be some stand-ins that will show you how to receive your tube, where to stand for your photo. That video will be completed on, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Hawkins, the afternoon of May 5th. The stages will be set up. So the goal,
our plan is to have the stage up on May 5th, the latest May 6th.
and so what we'll do is we'll post links to those 2 videos and we'll speed it up like I just did. It'll be a quick video, but you'll be able to see where you process in, how you cross the stage, get your tube, and how you exit to get your photo with either our keynote speaker and our board chair or Drs. Allen and Dr. DeLauder. So we will put that up. We just want to keep you safe. We know it's different, but again, we appreciate your patience. And I know being on the computer a lot, looking at stuff has probably gotten to all you all, but just give us a few more weeks to look at these videos and to check the DSU Commencement website regularly as well, because we are posting updates, and we thank our marketing team because we're shooting them information as we get it to post. And that's desu.edu/commencement. And everything you need to know is on there. Everything that everyone's talked about today is on that website, and we're going to put the PowerPoint presentation up on there as well.
And I think that just to add to that, there's one other thing that I wanted to let you know, that there will be individuals, staff out at the commencement guiding you. So you're not just, trying to figure out, where do I line up, where do I walk? There will be individuals from the DSU staff and faculty who will be out in the area to help you and to guide you. So you're not alone. Please understand that this is your day, and we want to make sure that everything goes as planned and that we have a good time. Next question.
If a parent was on campus to help their child move out before graduation, could they get tested on campus as well?
Dr. Fisher?
Unfortunately, our system is only set up at this time to take employees and students that are part of the university community. So the answer to that would unfortunately be no. We would not be able to allow that.
Will we be able to take pictures with family members and friends on campus after the ceremony?
So while we would love to have you take pictures and take your time to take those pictures, as we said, we have to get ready for the afternoon session. I know that you will take pictures as you're walking out. I know your family members will, try to get as many photos as they can, but understand we cannot just have everybody from the morning sessions stopping to take pictures for any long length of time, mainly because we have to exit the campus and get people get ready for the second session, which includes sanitizing areas and getting the chairs and what have you, back in the order, the social distance order that they should be. So it's very limited, very, very limited. But we know that I'm sure that there will be pictures being taken, but it's going to be limited. You're going to be asked to please exit the campus so that we can get ready for the rest of your cohort. And they want to come in and enjoy the ceremony also.
Someone has children 11 and 16. Do they need to be tested?
Yes, anyone coming on Delaware State University's campus will need to be tested.
Are there any plans for rain, or will graduation be canceled instead?
So we have a plan B in case of inclement weather. Let me start off by saying we are monitoring the forecast. I have learned from several of my colleagues on this call how to do that, and we will be monitoring. We have a plan B if we see getting closer to the day of commencement that we will have inclement weather. We will then put out our plan B, which will be to have ceremonies inside the Memorial Hall. The timeframes will be different, but we will give you more information as we get closer to the date of graduation.
Will there be a link of graduation provided to students to give to their family members that are not able to attend?
Yes, we will have a different link for each of the ceremonies, especially the ones that are dueling on Saturday. And they will be streamed on YouTube. What we would like to do is similar to what we did in 2020 during the virtual commencement. When you go to the DSU landing page, you'll see the links for your respective college's ceremony.
And I'm going to end the questions at that stage.
Thank you so much. Dr. Allen, we're going to turn it back over to you.
Hey, thanks, everybody. It sounds like the team is doing a wonderful job planning. We appreciate all the questions. We had no doubt in our mind that we were going to try to do an in-person graduation both for 20 and 21, if it were at all possible. Because of you all, it has been made possible. Your commitment to holding yourselves accountable, being responsible, and most importantly, continuing your education is not lost on us. So we're quite excited to have you and your families. Again, we're going to have some special treats for you, special surprises, as well as welcome one of our own home, Dr. Harry Williams, as you know, is the president of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund and the 10th president of Delaware State University. So it's going to be a grand time. We look forward to continuing to update you. We will do a similarly situated update next Tuesday. But until then, be well, do well, and let's finish strong. Have a great day.